Hello, my stars, and welcome back to Sky's Disastrous Life. And today we're talking about camp. Not a go in the outdoors, set up a tent type of camp. I haven't done that. Maybe one day I will. I'm very as we know, very bug prone. So I'm slightly worried if I ever did go camping. Um, but no, I went to a what's the word? STEM camp. Um, and it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I don't remember how old I was, but I remember I'm pretty sure I was in middle school when I went. Um, and it was just for the summer. It happened to be at the place at the college my sister was working at, so she was like, "Hey, do you want to go?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" And so I stayed with her during the summer and went to the camp. And right off the bat, I walked in not knowing what to expect, right? My shy, I know you guys don't see it, but I am shy. um Little butt didn't know what I was going to experience here. So I sat down and I didn't know, what was going to happen. But then I got immediately approached by this whirlwind of a girl. Let's call her Stacy. I genuinely don't remember her name. So, but Stacy was just like, "Hi, lovely to meet you. I'm Stacy. What's your name? Oh, I'm Sky. Nice to meet you so much. This is my sister. Ignore her. She's very grumpy. How are you?" And I'm like, "I'm good. I'm good. I'm wonderful. Hi." You talk fast. But she's very, very energetic. And the she somebody else walked in and she ran to go introduce herself to them. And the sister, Alex, Alex looked at me and was like, "Sorry for her. I know she can be a bit much." And I was like, "It's fine. I just wasn't expecting it, especially so early in the morning." And she's like, "Yeah, she tends to be that way." That and super supportive. Super supportive. Oh yeah, no, sorry. She's been I recently got myself a girlfriend, and she's been trying to make sure I know how supportive she is. And I was like, "Oh, I understand that. I'm also gay." Since at the time I hadn't come out as trans and I had a girlfriend. Yeah. So the two of us started talking and bonding over that. And also gushing about each other's girlfriends. Uh, Stacy came back, found out that we had bonded over this, and like immediately gave me a picture of like, I don't remember. It's like an OC of hers with like a rainbow shirt. And I was just like, "Thank you." I still have it because I was like, "Okay, whatever." I found it cute. Uh, um, but yeah, so that was my first introduction to them. And then camp actually started, and we were doing introductions, doing a little worksheet, and we kind of got split into little groups. And the groups were of four. So, first thought you think, "Oh, so it's going to be you, Alex, and Stacy, and somebody else." No. See, Stacy found her own group of friends, and both me and Alex, very quickly were like, "You should go to them, make new friends." Uh, um, and we joined these two other girls who very sweet. Gonna call them Willow and Ella. So Ella and Willow started to get like already knew each other from outside of the camp, and we're very, very close. And perfectly fine, perfectly normal. Uh, but as the camp went on, some questions arised. Just just a few. But we were all paired together, and we actually all had a lot of fun together for the first worksheet activity. And we just, I don't remember what it was at this point, but we talked and got to know each other better, and both of them were totally chill with us being gay because I believe it was me who accidentally let that slip because I was talking to Alex about something, and I think she got a text message, and I just offhandedly was like, "Oh, is that your girlfriend?" Which it was, by the way, but I kind of forgot we had company, and so both of us like paused, looked at the two, and two of them were like, "Oh no, that's fine. Like we're totally chill." And we were like, "Okay, oh thank God." So that was good. We also got to gush about our girlfriends to them. um, and I remember we went to the cafeteria, and right off the bat, because it was so early, Alex was like, "Coffee. Get me coffee." And I was like, "Sure." And here's the thing. I really wanted to be liked. I had never had coffee before because mom, big sister, they don't like coffee. So I just kind of assumed naturally I wouldn't like coffee either. Because not even my dad likes it. The only person in our family that drank coffee was my grandfather. So I assumed I wouldn't like coffee. And when Alex was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go get, some coffee," I lied my ass off and was like, "Oh yeah, I love coffee." She's like, "Oh, have you had iced coffee?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's my favorite." I would be saying don't lie. However, this actually ended really well. See, but that's for a little bit. But Alex and I went to the cafeteria. She tried to get coffee. The uh supervisors were like, "No, you can't do that." And we were like, "Okay, fine." And so we just got lunch and we ate and chatted with each other. And our group, which had grown to Ella, Willow, Stacy, and I think one other girl who we'll call Bridget. Bridget was a lot, very, very shy, so she didn't talk much. I remember that. But Stacy was very close to her. So our little ragtag group of 6, right? Yes. Of 6 all had fun talking and chatting with each other. And then after lunch, we went back upstairs and we were doing an egg drop. And I'd done an egg drop before in elementary school, but it'd been a while. At first, we had to go through lab safety before we were allowed to do the egg drop, which was funny to me. But after lab safety and a lot of jokes of kids being kids, we made jokes about the Bunsen burners in front of us, and we're joking of like, what if it accidentally turned on? And then immediately like, no, 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 no. But yeah. And also talking about like, would the decontamination showers that like if you get hit by a chemical, you should go under it to get the chemical off your skin. Um, would it actually feel good or would it be the worst? Was also a discussion we had. And we all came to the conclusion that it'd probably be not great, but it wouldn't be the worst water quality ever, you know? It was very funny. But then we did the egg drop, and my creation failed miserably. Well, actually, it didn't fail miserably, as Ella and Willow were both not confident in their own creations, and none of us were really, except for Alex and Stacy. And that we were told that they'd done it several times before, just on their own as a family and thing. So they had an unfair advantage. But my little container, I dropped it off the edge with everyone cheering me on, and oh right, that's why. I was like, why was everyone cheering me on? Because we didn't cheer everyone on, but I was cheered on. And it was like, I don't think it was that special. Oh, it's because I like straight up told them I was scared of heights. And since you had to look down to toss the egg off the side, that's why I was being cheered on. It was because they were like, we know you're scared, but you can do it. We believe in you. We believe in you. Which helped a lot, because I don't remember feeling that scared of it. And I dropped it, and it managed to survive. So I moved on to the next round. But Willow, Ella, Bridget, nope. Stacy and Alex passed perfectly. And so the next round, I was not confident it would work a second time. So I just didn't do anything to mine, and we went even higher the second time. So would you believe, when I tossed it off the side, it cracked. And was like, yeah, that makes sense. But to be fair, I didn't want to go all the way to the top and have to deal with the looking over the side, which is why I like intentionally threw type of thing. But Alex and Stacy both made it through, and it was us who failed, cheering them on and wishing them the best. And it was Stacy's egg that cracked, actually. Alex was surprised. She was like, I would have expected you to win. But no, Alex won, and she got a prize. I don't remember what it was at this point. But it was really cool. And then we went and had a little break where we all just kind of sat outside, drinking water, having a little snack. It was a lot of fun just talking and laughing about what had happened. And after snack, we went in and we did one more activity. Don't remember it at this point. And then we went home. I got picked up by my big sister. We went to her place. She asked about it, and I was like, yeah, this happened. It was really cool. It was really awesome. She was like, that's so good. I'm so happy for you. Yeah. And then, because this was a 3-day camp, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And then we went the next day, and right off the bat, did me saying, oh, I love iced coffee, come back to bite me in the ass. As when I walked in and went to sit by Alex, Alex only thrust a tumbler. Is that the word? Was it the metal water bottles? She tossed one of those at me and was like, here, it's iced coffee. And I was just like, oh shit. She doesn't know I lied. And so I'm like, but I can't just not drink it, you know? Like, I lied about it. This is my consequence. And then I drank some. And then I fucking loved it. Do not lie, kids. But also, if their lying works out for the best. Yep. For some reason, my lie that should have gotten me, like, in some trouble did not, because I actually ended up really loving iced coffee. Yeah, I drank that entire thing, and it was really nice. Did make me sleepy, but I didn't know at the time why I was sleepy. But yeah, we all, morning time just talked and got to know each other a little more. And I learned more about Alex and her girlfriend, where they met, and how long it'd been. And it was really nice. I told her more about my girlfriend, and then Stacy had some coloring and paper, so we started drawing or attempting origami. I say attempting because only one of us could really do it, and that was Willow. Everyone else was failing, and Willow was attempting to teach us, but no. She was very attentively teaching Ellie, though, and like literally helping Ellie move her hands and being very sweet with her. Meanwhile, for me, if I was like, hey, where did I fuck up here? Willow would be like, you just don't listen, do you? It's like, stop being mean. Why are you mean to us and nice to Ellie? Wait a minute. But we eventually everyone showed up, and the supervisor was like, okay, we're moving to this other classroom, and we'll be making poster boards, so get into group of fours. So we went down from our usual 6 to Willow, Ellie, me, and Alex, and we all worked on the poster together. And Willow and Ellie were very close, very touchy with each other as we were making this poster. And so touchy that the first day we just kind of glossed over it because hey, they've been friends for a long time. The second day, Alex was more awake and I was not paying attention, but it was Alex who was like, am I crazy? Are they super touchy? And I was like, I haven't noticed anything, but I'll keep eye out, I suppose. And I did in fact keep eye out, and it became very clear that yeah, they are very touchy. Ellie's practically on Willow's lap at lunch. Almost. It was very intriguing to notice. And after we made the posters, showed them off, went to lunch, talked more, having a blast. We noticed the sweet nothings they would whisper to each other, basically, of just like, oh, Willow, you're the best. I adore you so much. Oh, Ellie, I love you, and I love how close we are. It was like, are we in a rom-com? That's what it felt like. We were seriously, both me and Alex, just questioning, are they dating? Are they not dating? Are we insane? So we asked Stacy about it, and Stacy was like, oh yeah, I ship them. We're like, Stacy, that's not helpful. I'm glad you think they're cute together, but we wanted actual answers. Or just opinions. And we asked them about it, and they're like, no, we're not dating or anything. We're like, okay, whatever you say. I still to this day don't know if they were just super close friends or just not aware of it yet. In either case, I wish all the best to both of them. But we went outside and we did a little hike. And it was super cool because we saw a deer. There were lots of animals running by, but we saw a deer, and then we saw a baby deer who was curled up underneath a log, and we were all trying to be very careful around it because we didn't want to scare it off or anything. But yeah, It was so pretty. It was so cool to see. Eventually, someone, I don't remember who, accidentally scared it off, and we were all like, no. And the funniest part is they scared it off before the teacher could see. So all the kids saw it, and the teachers, they're like, did they really? Or are they gaslighting me? We're like, no, teacher, we swear we saw it. We saw it. But it was really cool to take a walk and write down what we saw and talk about it. And we got back. We ate a snack and we were outside. And I believe it was, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the second day that the bees attacked specifically me, as the bees that were nearby kept coming over to me and being like, hello, hi. And I was like, no, fuck off, please. The bees weren't having any of that. So they would be constantly trying to fly near me, and I'd be like, get away, get away. And Alex was like, oh, no, hell no, 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 don't bring them towards me. And meanwhile, Stacy's over there trying to be like, if you two just stay calm, the bees won't hurt you. And it's like, we know that. We just don't want them near us either. It's like, I've been stung by enough bees. I'm good. Ugh. It was super funny, though, because it was just quite a rambunctious time. And I remember one of the supervisors being like, hey, kids, quiet down. Sit down. Enough. We're like, can we move? But yeah, then we went back inside and we just talked about what we did, and it was super nice. And we were out away from the bees. Hallelujah. And then we went home, and for the third and final day, I asked if I could bring my tablet along so I could take pictures. And my big sister allowed it, and so I got to bring my tablet, and because I didn't have a phone at this time, and I didn't use it for the first part of the day, because morning time came, we were all having fun, but also super sad. We were, not going to see each other again, like, except for Ellie and Willow. They were going to see each other again, like, very much so. And the thing is, because I was only there for my big sister's, job, like, I didn't live in the area, unlike some of them that did. So, yeah, it was very sad. And also I didn't get numbers because I didn't have a phone. And I didn't really use my mom's phone because at the time I didn't realize I was allowed to do that. So I just ended up not getting anyone's phone numbers, but we were making drawings and talking about how much we'd miss each other and how fun it'd been. And our first activity of the day was sand art. And oh boy, most of us failed except Stacy. For some reason, Stacy is a god at sand art. We were like, Stacy, what the hell? Like, she made such a pretty pattern, and I know I still have it because I didn't like the way mine came out, and she was like, oh, but I don't need this. And it's like such a pretty thing. I was like, I'll take it. Give it to me. Like, girl, how? Meanwhile, all of us were struggling. I ended up helping Bridget out because both of us were just like, ours look like shit. Where did we go wrong? But it was still a lot of fun. And then we went and we ate lunch, and I remember we got like a special dessert with it because it was the final day. It was really nice. And we were actually allowed to get coffee since it was the final day. The supervisor relented for that, which I learned that I don't like hot coffee, but I do like iced coffee. So there you go. Well, I guess technically I like hot coffee as long as it's got a shit ton of sugar and milk in it. um, I have a massive sweet tooth if you couldn't tell. But we, we ate lunch and then we went to a classroom and we learned about wildlife and bears. And like this moment specifically sticks out to me. For some reason, Ellie's chair was broken, and instead of getting a new one, Willow was like, "Oh, you could just sit in my lap." And so Ellie sat down in her lap, full comfortable, like they'd done this a million times before, and just casually continued, which would be fine. I've sat in my friends' laps before, comfy, cozy. Except the line of us learning about bears and Willow going, "Oh, if there was a bear, I'd protect you," to Ellie. And me and Alex are just like, what? Are they gay? I'm starting to think they are. Oh, we don't know. I biggest mystery of my life. He was trying to figure out, are they best friends or actually gay? Who knows? But it was really interesting learning about grizzly bears and having fun joking around as both me and Alex were like, having a grizzly bear as a pet would be cool. And Stacy going, no. And Bridget going, that sounds dangerous. And us going, and? uh, and then we ate a snack and the bees left us alone this time. Although we did all crowd around a bunch of ants and watch, like, give little parts of our snacks. As some of us had granola bars, others had chips, and we take off pieces of it and just place it down so the ants would take it and walk away with it. It was really cool, but also made the supervisors kind of annoyed because we were playing with ants. I mean, but yeah, no, surprisingly, all of us agreed that ants were cool and, like, not to kill them. It was really funny. Uh, but then we went back inside for the final activity, which I don't remember. Oh, which was, since it was the final day, they had boxes of shirts that said the camp, STEM camp name on it, and yeah, I don't remember if it had our names on the back or not, but we took a photo shoot with them, and I still have that shirt. Um, and it was, like, really cool, and I got some pictures on my tablet, and we were really all sad to say goodbye, but, like, really happy that we got to do this and meet, and we took, solo pictures together. So, I have pictures of me and Alex, me, Alex, Stacy, me and Willow, and Ellie, me and Bridget. Like, it was really nice. Getting a picture of all 6 of us together as well was really cool. But yeah, and then we went home. And I just had memories and some physical things from the time there, but it was really nice. I was really happy to be able to do it, and yeah. I was glad I made friends with so many people. Like, 6 is a lot. I think there was only 30 of us total, but it was really nice. And I don't know. I just had a lot of fun, a lot of goofy memories, laughing and finding out that I liked coffee from that. uh, but yeah. I need to see if I can. I know vaguely where the shirt is, but I need to double check later if it has the names on the back or not, just for my own sanity. um, but yeah, so that was my time at a STEM camp. So yeah, I uh need to remember my outro. ah, okay. See you all next time, and keep on shining.